'Tis the season, and we're not talking about Christmas. Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we're counting down the 5 most interesting facts about Hanukkah.
Of all the children in all the world, you are the only one who knows the true spelling of Hanukkah.
This Jewish holiday celebrates the rededication of the Temple of Jerusalem by the Maccabees in 165 BC and the miracle that took place therein. It's also the most publicly celebrated Jewish holiday in popular culture.
I wrote a brand new Hanukkah song for you Jewish kids to sing, and I hope you like it.
Number 5. A hanukkiah is a menorah specific to Hanukkah.
David Lee Roth lights the menorah.
Menorah and hanukkiah. It's kind of a rectangle and square dynamic. All hanukkiot are menorahs, but not all menorahs are hanukkiot. Confused? A menorah refers to a 7-branched candelabrum.
Oh, is this your Hanukkah holder? It's pretty, huh?
As a religious symbol, it dates back to the time of Moses and later the First Temple of Jerusalem. The hanukkiah, also known as the Hanukkah Menorah, is a variant of this symbol, altered to commemorate the miracle of Hanukkah. It consists of 8 candle-holding branches and a 9th, higher or lower branch, which holds the shamash or helper, a candle used to light the 8 ceremonial candles. Over the years, as Hanukkah rose in popularity, the term Hanukkah Menorah has been abbreviated to just menorah, as the hanukkiah surpassed the traditional menorah in terms of cultural prominence. Boom. Number 4. There are many ways to spell Hanukkah.
Spell Hanukkah.
C-H-U.
The word is Hanukkah.
What's the correct way to spell Hanukkah? Well, there isn't one. There are over 16 acceptable ways to spell the word Hanukkah. H-A-N-U-K-K-A-H is the most popular spelling and widely considered to be the standard outside of Jewish communities.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's also the official spelling according to the American Library of Congress. But in the spirit of separating church and state, it's important to note that in our 26-letter alphabet, there are many possible and commonly used spellings. Some examples include Hanukkah with 1 N, Hanukkah with 2 N's, Hanukkah with 2 K's, and Hanukkah with a CH and 1 K. The latter best recreates the traditional Hebrew pronunciation, while the Library of Congress's official version is the closest transliteration when compared to the spelling of the original Hebrew word. Ultimately, there's no right answer. However you spell it, it means the same thing: dedication.
That's dedication.
Number 3, olive oil is an important part of the celebration. Nowadays, a whopping 44 candles are used to fuel the flames of the hanukkiah, but traditionally, menorahs were lit with the purest olive oil, a tradition central to the Hanukkah miracle. In order to purify the temple, the Maccabees needed to keep the sacred menorah burning. Despite only having enough oil for 1 night, it burned for 8. Using oil may have fallen out of fashion in recent years, but it's still crucial to the holiday. In fact, you can literally taste it in all the delicious food. Traditional Hanukkah fare is all about the oil: latkes, sufganiyot, which is a type of jelly donut, and much more. In Israel alone, it's estimated that some 17 to 24 million sufganiyot are consumed each year during Hanukkah.
When the bottom is brown, flip them over to the other side.
Number 2, it's actually a minor holiday.
What? It's not a big deal.
From a religious standpoint, Hanukkah is a relatively minor occasion on the Hebrew calendar, especially compared to holidays set aside as days of rest by the Torah, like Rosh Hashanah, Passover, and Yom Kippur. Nonetheless, Hanukkah has arguably become the most recognizable Jewish holiday. Its religious significance has remained the same, but since the 19th century, its cultural significance, especially amongst American Jewish families, has grown exponentially. It's now often treated as the Jewish equivalent of Christmas.
But when you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree, here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me.
While that's a gross oversimplification, its position in the Western holiday season has certainly influenced its cultural evolution.
You know what holiday is coming up, don't you?
Christmas.
Yep, and you know what other holiday is coming up?
Christmas Eve.
Traditionally, Jewish children received small sums of money, or gelt, over holiday to encourage their Torah studies. Nowadays, children usually receive a variety of presents, more in line with modern Christmas gift-giving practices.
I'm the holiday armadillo!
Number 1, the dreidel, a toy and a tool of resistance. Before the Maccabees took back the temple, the Jewish people were persecuted in the region. King Antiochus IV had passed various laws prohibiting a great number of Jewish practices. Unable to observe their faith in public, the Jewish people began to study the Torah in secret. they would congregate whenever possible in small groups to discuss and learn. If and when soldiers came to investigate, they would pull out the dreidels they kept close at hand and pretend to have been playing games. The dreidel was the perfect tool to help them in their covert fight for their right to practice their faith. To this day, the dreidel is inseparably intertwined with the history of Hanukkah, inscribed with characters that mean a great miracle happened here. So, what are your favorite things about Hanukkah? For more delicious deep-fried top 10s and misspelled top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Put on your yarmulke, here comes Hanukkah. So much funnukah to celebrate Hanukkah.